A man collecting empty bottles for recycling at the Eerwe settlement in Kunene region says the business is not only helping to keep the settlement clean, but also generate an income for himself. Andreas collects the bottles at Eerwe and neighboring settlements. Business Today's Blanche Gorises caught up with Tochopeb and fills us in.
Collecting empty bottles as a side job at a settlement like Eerwe would seem like a daunting task due to limited number of shops which sells goods in these containers in the first place. But not for Andreas Tochopeb. He collects the empty containers from Kamanyap, Korijas, as well as on the roads, crushes them and puts them in sacks ready for transport. However, the sacks have been stationed here for 4 years due to a lack of transport. Tochopeb says he had on numerous occasions approached the relevant authorities for help, but to no avail. Taking a closer look at the scene here, one would be compelled to think that it's finished. Even to load it from here onto a truck would be a mission impossible, because the sacks which is holding this rubble at the moment have also reached their life stage. Now take a look at this one, for example. It would require that a brand new sack be brought here, replace it and load it onto the truck. But the bottle collector says that he won't give up. He won't give up on his dream of contributing to recycling process in order to keep the settlement clean.
When I started collecting these empty glass bottles at dump sites at surrounding areas, people used to see me and help me. I would then pay them $20 each and ask them to keep all the bottles for me, and on days that I was unable to pay, I would buy food for them in exchange for the glass bottles and bring them to Eerwe.
Tochopeb has not been receiving any income for collecting and crushing the bottles to fine glass yet, sometimes using his feet or clubs to do so, but says he's ready to go into business with companies like Rent a Drum, as he believes that recycling can be a stand-alone business.
When I called the Rent a Drum company in Swakopmund, they told me that they would only buy the crushed glass if I had a forklift or a truck to transport it to there. I asked one white farmer from the neighboring farm to help me with the equipment, but his charges were so high despite negotiations. It meant that I had to give him all the money from the sale and sit with nothing.
When asked about whether any injuries to children or animals have been reported as a result of the glass, which is now protruding out of the sacks, Tochopeb said that he did observe some children throwing stones into the rubble, but that he informed the Eerwe community to keep the children away. That request has been honored, he adds. For now, the bottle collector says he will continue with his job and pitch the idea to corporates, even if it's just to help transport the sacks out of Eerwe for trading in other towns. Blanche Gorises reporting for Business Today.
You're watching Business Today, the platform